Hi there. I'd like to invite you to join me on the floor for a moment. I'm Shifu Aaron of Dragon Phoenix Kung Fu in Asheville, North Carolina. The classes that I teach, we usually end our cool down as a short sitting meditation. And what I like to do is read a bit of Tao philosophy. So Tao philosophy is where we get the concepts of yin and yang. And it's all about balance and nature, and really I can break this down into three categories: the concepts of yin and yang, and ways that they're expanded, being yourself, and going with the flow. So the stories I like to read come from an ancient philosopher by the name of Lao Tzu, who lived around 300 BC. And all these stories, they still ring true because people are still people. We've been people in for as long as people. So I'd like to read for you today one of our stories. This is Lao Tzu teaches Yangtze. It says, Yangtze was Lao Tzu's student. When he heard that Lao Tzu was journeying westward in the land of Qin, he caught up with his teacher on the road just outside the town of Lang. Lao Tzu looked at Yangtze and then looked up at the sky and said, "Once I thought you were teachable, but now I know that you just cannot learn." When Yangtze heard this, he was puzzled, but his teacher said nothing. He followed Lao Tzu to the inn and attended to his teacher. He gave his teacher a comb, a towel, and a basin of water and waited patiently for Lao Tzu to clean up. When he saw that Lao Tzu had finally sat down, he took off his shoes, went over to him, and said respectfully, "A while ago you said I was unteachable, and seeing that you were hurrying towards town, I didn't want to slow you down asking for an explanation. Now that you seem to have some time, I would like to find out, what have I done wrong?" Lao Tzu said, "You are arrogant and full of yourself. You have no respect for anything, and no wonder nobody wants your company." Now, Yangtze humbly asked for instruction, and Lao Tzu then said, "A person with virtue does not consider themselves virtuous, and someone who is enlightened does not appear perfect. Only then can you transcend the world, yet still be a part of it." Yangtze took his teacher's advice immediately. When he first arrived at the innkeeper would bow to him respectfully every day. The innkeeper's wife was afraid that she might not serve him well. The other customers sat at a respectful distance and dared not say a word. But by the time Yangtze left the inn to continue with his journey, he was joking with the innkeeper and was so friendly with the other customers that they all began to fight to sit at his table. So the stories that we read help to round out our martial arts. If we just study the side of fighting, the kicking, the punching, and all of that, that's a little bit hollow. And we need the philosophy to make good decisions of how to apply the skills that we learn. So these are the types of stories I like to read at the end of the classes to share with everybody. And it's been interesting how they all like story time. And so I welcome you here to Dragon Phoenix and hope to meet you soon. And I would love to share Tao philosophy and all the Kung Fu that we do with you. Until next time.